So what are you guys doing again?
I get to the bar and I motion for the barkeep.
Alright, the barkeeper walks towards you. What do you want, son?
And
You're not my dad!
I kind of say like real low. How good are you at pointing out forgeries?
Liam, you're kind of
Liam, you're quiet.
Soft.
Okay, I'm gonna type it out real quick.
Oh,
Well,
you're
No, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Well, I look at the barkeep and I say,
And now you're quiet again.
Yeah, just type it down.
Damn it. Just type it, man. Screw it. Your internet's real bad over there, especially right now. Type like the wind.
Clackety clackety clack.
Gack. It's gack. It's commercial break.
Okay. How good are you at pointing forgeries? Wow.
I can point at forgeries all day.
Like, how good is he at pointing them out, is what I was trying to say.
Biscuit. Can you please roll perception to see if you heard that?
Choose my perception.
Yeah, I'd say that's good enough. So, you hear him asking this, and while the bartender is going to start speaking, are you going to start speaking?
No, I'll just see what the bartender says.
Alright. Why would you want to know this information?
it's important. Trust me on this, please.
You know, random ungulates coming into town have not given me plenty of reasons to trust them yet.
Well, that's 40 gold between me and old man over here.
Yeah, he took your money, but he's like, eh. He took my money, and he's like, I like this dude.
That's like a month of profit. Now, I think you can trust. Well, maybe not me, but old guy here, and it
Not
looks
trust,
like
but, he'll tolerate you. He might actually like me, but I'm gonna tell him also as well. I'm gonna whisper. It's important for our what's it called, mutual interest, and I wink at the bartender.
He just like looks at the three of you and then just blurts out, "You are not robbing the bank, are you?"
No.
I'm gonna be like, hold on, look, I'm gonna type it out because that does it better.
All right.
That.
I just
No!
smirk and say I won't, but my ice whites might get their own ideas.
I'm gonna be like, no, and wave my.
Did you just say that?
Biscuit just said that with a smirk on her face. Not
I
like an
Biscuit.
evil one, just a funny one.
The
turned to
bartender
Biscuit.
looks very unimpressed at Biscuit.
I turned to Biscuit. Who are you?
Who the heck are you?
Reindeer, Biscuit,
Barbarian,
girl,
female,
barbarian.
level 1, 275 experience points. Experience points? Anyway, so what does the bartender do or think about when I say mutual interest? Or no, wait, that's why he said that.
He asked
I
about
said-
if you were robbing the bank.
I get it. No, I'm gonna be like, exclamation point, snake style, and then I'm gonna be like, no, nothing like that, no.
Then what do you
Yes.
want? Forged
Don't
papers.
you remember?
for?
He's the one that told us about the sheriff and shit. He should know that this is in our mutual interest.
What would you
Wink.
guys want forged papers for?
No, we.
Are you
I
good
look
at
around and make sure there's nobody else really in the in this saloon at the moment.
There's no one else. Everyone was chased out basically last night, and not much people have come in.
All right, I take the documents out of my head and slide to him. We got these. They're the tax papers.
Tax papers. Are these the information that the mayor? Is this the papers that the mayor signed to raise our taxes?
They're forged.
Forged.
We found them like this. Forged.
Found them where?
I look at Liam.
Given to us by the tax man himself.
Yeah. Sure.
We know that these are faked, but the problem is we need to know how.
Well, if there's anything I know, is that if you're here to ask about papers and ink, it's the editorial office you need to go to.
The newspaper. I knew that was a good place to go. So I kind of bump Liam's shoulder and I basically in emotion put them away. And I look at the bartender.
I hand them to TPK.
Okay, I guess I put them away. And then I'm gonna talk to the bartender. I'm gonna be like, we'll go there next. So I guess we're going now.
I say to the barkeep.
What's Biscuit gonna do?
If anyone asks, I was here all the time.
Okay.
Biscuit comes in. Might I follow you? This is quite interesting, and I have nothing else to do. And I already know
your
half of
face is
this.
ugly.
And I also...
I turn to Biscuit. That depends. Are you gonna try and start a fight with us over a piece of paper?
Depends on what's the paper.
Can I just cast guiding bolt on his ass? Just to shut him
Yeah,
Oh,
down?
that is
Have
so
a
good.
taste of your own medicine.
That's so good.
Okay.
So,
Biscuit
do you really think it depends
smiles.
on what's on it?
Biscuit smiles real big. It just depends on what the paper's on and shrugs.
I'm not gonna say anything. I just give Biscuit a look. I put a hook around Liam's shoulder, and then I turn us both around and silently walk out the bar.
Well, I follow you guys.
Alright.
Snow, can I
when we leave the bar, I need to tell you stuff.
Snow, can I cast guiding bolt on him?
Well, I'm gonna turn to Biscuit and say, fine, but you owe my friend Mary an apology.
Oh, that was your friend.
You don't know her name, by the way.
No, wait, I'm pretty sure she introduced her.
No, Biscuit
introduced-
doesn't know.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh no,
Biscuit
okay.
just knew it was two cows.
Who's Mary again?
The cow that you tried to get the paper from last night.
Oh. Well, she should have just let my spreads have it.
Now
Mary
can I
shrugs.
cast guiding bolt on him?
No team killing. Otherwise, Jack Jabungle would be dead a long time ago.
Alright, so... one at a time. Liam, what did you want to say?
I'm just gonna sign it. Alright. Well, let's just head to the editorial.
Alright, Biscuit?
I have something I want to tell both of you once we're out of the bar.
Alright, TPK?
Fuck it.
Say what?
Fuck it. Let's just go.
Alright. So, all of you exit the saloon, and Biscuit, what did you want to say?
Once we're sufficiently out of range of the bar where I'm certain the barkeeper won't hear us,
Okay?
I look at TPK and Liam and describe what my eyesight, or as best as I can, describe what my eyesight saw in the bartender. God damn it, bartender's office. There's, from what my eyesight's told me, I might or might not have sent him upstairs to do some snooping. But There seems to be the somewhat of a conspiracy board is the best way I can describe it up there, with pins and lines point from pictures and maps, that kind of thing going on up there. I don't know if that's anything to you, but that happened. And also, I had one of my ice sprites follow the sheep, Liam, I guess his name is. They're on to you guys. They're heading to the sheriff's office now. So whatever you want to do, you better do it quickly.
All right, I guess take all that information in, and then I look over at Liam.
When I ducked to the back alley, I came across the taxman again. He was talking to someone, and he knows something's up.
What did he say?
He knows the documents are gone.
Hmm.
And he knows about us visiting him. Well, I kind of say us, but I kind of use like the air quotes.
Yeah, because Hank and TPK were there. Hmm. Well, you think we should cut him off or
Sit down!
tutorial?
You are going to hurt yourself if you stand up on that. Sit down. Yes, sit down. No, you're still standing. Sit down. Thank you. Sorry.
So let's hurry to the editorial.
Yeah. Sure. Let's head on over. Quickly now, quickly. And then, so we're going to the editorial place. Snow.
All right. So you arrive at the editorial office, and then you see pretty much this man standing in front of this giant-looking, old-fashioned printing machine. And next to him is this kid diligently working on sorting the newspapers.
Biscuit interjects for just a second.
Sure thing.
How do we know who is in with the tax guy and who's not? We can't just go around asking everybody, hey, can you point out forgeries? We have these documents that are totally not missing. That seems a bit, conspicuous, maybe?
Well, TPK, Liam?
We don't have anything else to do. How else are we going to get information? I'm just going to go to the guy in front, the not child one,
Yeah, okay.
and I'm going to be, excuse me, sir.
What do you want, sir?
Yes, I was wondering if you knew about documents and the like.
Documents, you say?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to know about documents? I'm the man who knows about papers and ink.
That's specifically about fake news.
Fake
And how
news.
You...
I will let you know that my newspaper industry is known for its legitimacy and accuracy and proper research.
We're not here to rile you up. My friend here is just not blunt enough. He wants to know if you could tell a forgery if you saw one.
A forgery? Now that sounds interesting. Tell me more about this forgery.
Well, alright, I'm back. Internet completely cut out on me.
Okay. Well, just to let you know that you're already in the editorial office and you're talking to the head guy.
TPK tried to dance around the bush. It didn't work. It got the editorial guy all riled up about his paper, and then Biscuit was blunt.
You mean beat around the bush?
Yeah.
Yes, whatever. Pee around the bush works too. I don't care.
Whatever. Anyway, so while Biscuit says that, I'm also gonna ask as a side thing, how much does it cost to get an ad in the paper? Might I also ask?
To get an ad in the paper? Well, That is an interesting question. You know what? Let me roll for it, and whatever number I get, I'll tell you.
Roll a
Oh,
D100
no.
and put it at gold value.
Well, I can still afford it. I got plenty.
um, let's say I'll put your ad inside of the newspaper for 15 gold, sir.
I put your ad in my paper for 50. It just sounds like you have a gangster accent.
Did you say 15 or 50?
1-5.
1.5? Huh. That's actually not cheap.
Is it not?
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know how much ads cost. You have to make me roll for something random.
Did you roll the D100 and you got 15?
No, I rolled a d20 and I got a 15.
Oh, okay. Sure, let's go with that. All right, so yeah, but good to know. Oh, that'll be another topic. Just real quickly, as soon as we find out about forgery.
Alright, now about this forged paper. Can you tell me more about it? That sounds like interesting news that I could use.
Yes. Would you happen to know,
Yeah?
Liam?
I'm just gonna
You're gonna need to start typing stuff, Liam. We
Yeah,
can't hear
you
you.
sound like a robot.
Okay. So I'm gonna take out the papers, and I'm gonna be like, "These are the papers we're talking about."
These look like legal documents. Where did he get these papers, sir?
From the tax man is what we're calling him, right?
Yeah.
From the tax man himself.
The tax man? He gave you these papers himself?
Yes.
Well, let me see what I can do. Cody, come over here. And then the two of them start working on figuring out if it's a forgery or not. What do you guys do in the meantime?
I'm
Just letting you know that these papers will take a while to figure out.
I hope we get into a combat. I'm gonna look at what's it called. I'm gonna get another bag, and I'm gonna.
Liam, you're still robot. Like, really bad.
So what were you saying, TPK?
I'm gonna get another bag of coins, and I'm gonna put the 15 in there, and then I'm gonna take out a 16th, and then just kind of flip it in the air like a gangster that flips a quarter and catches it and all that.
Liam's asking for a time
Yeah.
estimate.
Well, it won't take long, but you'll definitely need to come after lunch. Let's say, come back in an hour or so.
Sounds about right.
TPK, was it?
Yes.
I do have a question or two for you, if you don't mind.
Not at all. What might that be?
Well, I think we should do it not in the place where the documents are being examined.
Right. Let's go outside, Liam.
Alright, are you all going outside?
Yep.
Biscuit?
I want to know how you got those papers, because the taxman does not hand over his tax papers. I was part of a noble family, I know these things, kind of, and nobody hands over legal documents to strangers.
That's totally fair.
Then you should also know that having not having relations, having connections, then you should also know that having connections to high people can also get you papers.
What connections would you have then that would get you these papers?
No.
Liam's still robot.
I'm gonna say we know of a Hank East who allowed us to get those papers.
Then why does my eyesight say that the taxman looked worried that he got robbed?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna let Liam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Liam get his thing. Just
What's Gmail
Okay.
gonna say?
Gmail. I just noticed that!
really?
I think Snow pointed it out a long time ago, but I've forgotten since Liam has never been used.
Yeah, like whenever he was, whenever.
Okay, how am I sounding now?
You sound a little
Better.
better.
You're not like a robot anymore.
Yeah. So what did you want to say?
What?
What did
What
you want to
wanna
say?
man?
Oh, TPK was basically saying everything I wanted to say.
Okay, so
Oh.
so everyone's gonna go outside for a bit and return in an hour.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and we say that we know Hank East who got us those papers.
All right.
And then I was telling TPK, why does my eyesight say the taxman looked distressed? And saying something about being robbed.
All
The
right.
tax man was almost robbed? I ask questioningly.
Don't try to pull one over on me. My eyesight tells me he described English, please. Okay.
No,
Restarting
Spanish,
sentence.
in Spanish only.
Okay.
Okay.
Porquay.
Pork
Anyway,
Wednesday.
Poor taco.
Continue.
My eyesight tells me, from what I can understand, that the taxman was missing some documents. And those look like tax documents to me. And if he says he's missing them, doesn't mean he handed them over to somebody willy-nilly.
Well, that's not what happened to us. Can't exactly think of why you'd think that.
Then why was the sheep running out of the bar? Actually, no, I wouldn't know that because my eyesight came back first. Why did the sheep hide and listen into the conversation then?
I suffer from social anxiety.
I want to roll bluff on TPK's excuses.
You mean
Shut up! I mean bluff. That's same thing.
Sure. Please do a perception.
Perception.
And while you, by the way, TPK, roll a deception.
a deception?
Come on! Dice bot! You don't even have to roll. Doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's very convincing. You can't find any falsehoods in what he's saying.
Biscuit drops the subject. Just looks a bit weary of TPK.
All right.
Why? My words were true. Wink.
So, as you guys exit the editorial office, you suddenly hear a shout from your left, and you see this deputy coming towards you with the taxman and the woman right behind her.
I whispered to TPK, liar.
I just give Biscuit a look like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm trying to play it up that that didn't happen. We didn't go through that.
No,
Because
I am seeing these people rush at you two and showing.
You two, you're with us too, you know.
Yes.
Could be after you, and we're just in their way.
Yeah, they're not after me because the taxman there. Taxman's never seen me.
I basically just freeze up.
All right. So
Wait, hold on, Snow. Before I just want
Stay here.
a couple steps ahead to meet them, essentially.
okay. Hey, you, says the deputy. I heard from these two fine people that you'd gone and robbed him, the taxman. What is that all about?
Biscuits just standing back, smirking.
I can't imagine why you'd think that. We did no such thing.
Well, he says that some cow, by your description, went into his house earlier that day and was asking about the same documents. And when he woke up, he found them documents missing. Now, does that sound like a big coincidence to you? Or does that sound like guiltiness?
Well, from those
sounds like a
options, that's a coincidence.
Because
But if I wasn't
I-
giving us any snark, I'd say there's no correlation. Liam?
I've never seen that man in my life.
That's very true. He doesn't know
Oh,
you
yeah.
either. He doesn't know you. Well, prove it then. Let me search your bags.
All right, here you go.
By the way, I wouldn't have kept like the disguise for doing this shit.
So I hand over my bag to the deputy to look through.
Yep.
He finds a bunch of acid.
She finds a bunch of acid inside.
He finds my rank of insignia, or my insignia of rank that I used to be in A military.
Okay, I presume she doesn't find it because it's not on you.
Yep, obviously.
Yep.
That'd be kind of weird if she found it.
Yep. So she says, she looks at your two compatriots and says, "What about them? Let me search their bags too. You could have given it to any of them."
Actually, none of us have any documents.
Yeah, we were here because he wanted to put an ad in the paper.
Hey,
But then-
fair play! She shouts. And then
What?
the ink man comes out. And then the editorial office manager comes out. What do you want, deputy? Did these fine people come in there just to put an ad in your newspaper? What-
Biscuit looks over and nods slowly at the editorial guy. I don't know if he notices, but he's trying to say. She's trying to say, please say yes.
Are either of you two also gonna do anything about this?
I mean, that's what it was for the their patented, copyrighted, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I got this. Don't worry, Liam. I got this. So I basically look at the ink man and I kind of give him like this, like the eyebrows kind of going down, that kind of like sad look. And then like hoping he'll take pity. And then I look back at the sheriff and I explain to him, deputy, whatever, one of the lawmen, and I basically speak up and I say, that's right. I came here, and I basically kind of like motion for the place, and I say, I came here to get an ad in the news about my magical cure-all, Dr. TPK's Magical Incorporated Cure-all patent pending, blah, 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 blah.
He pulls out like 70 business cards.
Okay, all three of you roll for persuasion.
Ah, fuck.
TPK.
I didn't even persuade myself.
Liam? You there with us? Or are
Yeah.
you down? Roll for persuasion,
well.
please.
I typed it in, but it's still like not.
Oh.
He
You
has
want one of
that
us to
much
do it?
leg.
You want one of us to do it, Liam?
Yeah, it's a 1d20 plus 5.
You got it, Jack, I guess.
Yeah, 18.
Oh, there we go.
yeah. Oh, well, they're still pretty high.
Yeah.
But,
Since
I,
mine took forever, let's just take that 18.
But
Okay.
yeah, there's no excusing that nat one I got.
She doesn't really believe TPK in the slightest, but Biscuit and Liam pretty much convinced the Inkman to keep his trap shut, basically. Yes, Miss Deputy. They only came here to put an ad in the newspaper. I'm kind of busy right now, so could you please leave me alone for a bit? Thank you. And he walks back inside. Well, now, I guess without due evidence, can't really do anything about you. But I got my eye on the lot of you. Don't you get into any trouble now. And she walks.
Attack! Not really.
And she walks back to the taxman. And they're
So wait,
quietly
the
talking
deputies
to
to
each other.
go?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, man. Quite the case of mistaken identity, huh?
Yeah.
Biscuit looks questionably at Liam, not knowing what he's talking about.
Well, excuse me, I'll be right back. And I go back into the press.
I'm pretty sure we should all go back in and thank
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk back in there.
All right. So you all walk back into the editorial office.
Yeah,
And you
and
see.
we're just gonna kill time for an hour.
All right.
No, I've actually got something to do.
Sure thing. What do you want to do?
Get
Give him
that
all your
ad.
money. Oh yeah, you have to
That
actually
ad.
now get that ad.
Yeah, and give him some extra because he helped us out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 20 gold since he helped us out.
All right. So just hand over all the money and whatever and the ads that you want to do, and let's just pretend that an hour has been killed, for the sake of time. So, what you doing?
So
No, I'm just wondering what TPK is doing. He's typing right now.
That, I want him to put that in the paper.
Alrighty then.
3
And,
gold pieces apiece.
And I'm going to give him 30 gold. So
30.
that's double because he helped us out.
Alright. Alright.
I like how easily we're just throwing gold around with how hard it is to actually get gold in
Well,
D&D
it's not-
5e.
I guess it's not hard for you guys, but it's hard for this town to get gold, so they'll take all the gold they can get.
But in
Well,
generally, D&D 5e is usually stiff with gold.
It is pretty stiff. Yeah.
Rocks. Well, the only reason I have gold to throw around is because Mary gave me her 50 gold from the bandits because she thought I deserved it more because I did more work. So that's why I have so much money to throw around.
I only had 40. I spent 20-ish, and then I just threw the other 20. I had 47 something. Spent most of that. Threw the other 20 at the barkeep to keep him happy. Not to keep me out of jail. To keep him happy. That's what happened.
You didn't bribe.
No, that didn't happen.
Alright, so...
So I'm like, if you wouldn't mind running this in the paper, I'd be mighty appreciative.
Yeah. I just want to tell you, if you fellas are doing anything dubious, I don't want to know about it.
Now we just want to know if the forgery is a forgery, or if what they call a forgery is actually a forgery.
how are they forged?
Alright, well,
That goes a forgery.
I can tell you with about 80% certainty that these documents are 100% forged. This spells trouble for our town, doesn't it?
I would say so.
Who do you think could have done it?
Presumably the taxman. They're his papers.
Either
Was
him or
it
the mayor.
the professor with the screwdriver in the kitchen?
But who was phone?
Was that a clue?
Yeah, it was a clue
I've never
reference.
played, so
You basically got to figure out who it was, with what, and where.
okay.
And if you're wrong, I don't remember
So-
because all I remember is that's how you
I
do
said-
someone.
I asked the ink man. So how did they do it?
Well,
What exactly is forged?
from what I can tell, this ink that they're using, it ain't the normal ink that they use for signatures. This is our printer ink. Someone just used our printers without our knowledge.
So some late at night action going on, I'm guessing.
Most likely.
Burning and using the midnight oil. Ink.
This is a large scoop. I could really use this information. Should I mention this in the next newspaper?
No!
I think we should keep this secret until we know more. But
keep it secret until we get more evidence and proof of corruption.
and then once we have more evidence,
Then blow the top off.
I suggest putting it all at once in the newspaper.
Well, if you figure it out, you best tell the mayor or the sheriff. They ought to know about these fake documents.
The mayor, the taxman, and the sheriff are the last people we want to go to.
Are you saying that
You understand all authority figures, now that these papers are proven forged, are under suspect.
Yeah.
I don't like this one bit.
Please don't reveal this to anybody.
Alright.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, Mr. I forget his name. What was it?
Fair play.
Don't you worry, nothing, Mr. Fairplay. You'll get your story. We promise. We just need more evidence and more of a story to give you.
Alrighty then. Well, I don't really know who to trust. But if you want to ask questions about the mayor and the sheriff, you best ask the priest. He was their childhood friend. He would know most about them.
Ah, the father. Do you still call priest father or no?
I think you call him
Keithy,
father.
no.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So father's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the father. Yes, that would be a logical next move. Let's head on over, Liam Biscuit.
I guess I'm part of this group now.
Yeah.
Not yet, but you have proven.
I do have one more suggestion once we get a bit out.
What do you want to do?
Gonna go to the priest.
Alrighty.
Alright,
we're outside
while
now.
we're walking, I want to talk to TPK and Liam.
Go ahead.
Remember that board that my ice sprites were talking about? After we talk to this father, we should have someone go into the bar and distract the bartender and see if we can get someone in that room to look at it more thoroughly.
I volunteer you.
To go up there, or to distract the guard.
Guard.
Not guard, bartender. There we go.
The bartender, he already seems to despise you. What's a little more?
I might need some funding to keep him occupied, but we can talk about that later.
Alright, so we're going to the priest now?
Alright.
The Mr. Father?
Yep. So you arrive at the chapel, and it looks like any normal chapel, bell on top, pews in the center.
Except it's edgy, red, and black, and it serves the devil.
Our Lord and Savior OC. He is good. Good as OC. OC is good all the time. All the time. Good as OC.
Anyways, you see the Father.
The Son and the Holy Spirit.
Shut up.
This is a great campaign, Snow.
In the back, just going over, I guess, some clerical books of his.
Some plans to teach a next Sunday school or session or whatever.
So what do?
What do?
I go up and wait. Where is he? Like in a room, or is he just in the back somewhere?
No, he's just in the back of the chapel, basically. He's,
okay.
He's in the area where the priest normally is.
Okay.
I whisper to TPK real quick. I suggest going to confession. That should give you both privacy.
Not a bad idea.
Points at the confession boxes.
Are there confession boxes, Snow?
Well, every church has that.
Every church has a confession box, so yes, let's do it.
Not my church, but then again, I think that's just a different variation of Christianity. But whatever.
All right.
So I walk up a little forward, a little past Liam and Biscuit, and I go, Father,
Yes, child.
I don't know if I should actually go with confession because I don't really have any to confess.
It gives you privacy to talk.
Oh, sorry, I went silent for a bit. I had a phone call.
That's okay.
That's fine. You're all right, man.
At least you don't have an annoying brother in the background.
Yeah. Because that's totally not what the boy guy was. Anyway, so I'm not gonna go to confession stuff, but I'm gonna ask him. Do you have some time to talk?
I always have time to talk for everyone. Come on in to my confession box.
Okay,
Wait, is CBK at the church?
Yes, we're all at the church.
All right.
So I follow him.
What would you like to talk about, good sir?
Father, it appears that me and some of my friends have gotten in way over our heads over some conspiracy. And it's weighing heavy on my heart.
A conspiracy, you say? What is it about?
It's regarding this town and the mayor, the sheriff, the taxman. It's quite large and complicated. I was hoping to get some clarification from you.
What would you like to know?
Well, I was wondering if you knew anything about the mayor or the sheriff that you could tell me.
The mayor and the sheriff. They were, I guess, what would you call them? It's not partners. It's cavalrymen. They were part of my
Comrades.
They were my comrades in the war all those years ago.
War?
Yes.
There was a war?
You were part of that war.
No, mine was a civil war.
Yeah.
Not an entire race war.
It wasn't a race war. It was a civil war. It was part of the civil war.
Mine was a civil war in my specific herd.
Oh.
Not whatever. Fuck it.
Okay. I
Whatever.
completely misunderstood.
Like,
everything.
okay. So maybe there was a war here, is what I say.
All right. Yes, there was. There was a fight between the north and the southern area points.
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
Shh! I'm totally original.
Okay. But if I suddenly hear that the mayor's her first name is Ulysses.
Not quite.
Is Robert.
Not quite, but
Okay. Keep going.
They were my comrades. The mayor was always a great major general. He led his men really well, and the sheriff, he was a brigadier general. He was very smart when it came to tactics, and he knew how to weave around the enemy and take them in surprise attacks. But it was sometime at the end of the war where I knew that the sheriff had gone too far. His plans involved torturing and pretty much doing all of these horrendous things to the enemy, and I could just not bear it. I had to leave the army life after it was done. I may be a lieutenant colonel, but first and foremost, I am a father of the peace.
That sounds quite serious.
It was fairly
I,
serious.
I understand your reason for leaving. But thank you for shedding some light on this, on this matter.
Let me warn you right now. I trust the sheriff less than I do the mayor. But the sheriff, he's got men behind him. The deputies, they're all dangerous. All of them. Particularly his right-hand man. We call him... his name is Creek. He was a colonel in the war. We call him Cripple Creek. You may have seen him. He's the one with the peg leg. But...
Yeah.
He was a crip. He fought against the Bloods.
Shut up.
He fought along the war with us. He may not have been as horrible as a sheriff, but he pretty much followed the sheriff in all of his devious schemes.
Yes?
Hmm.
Okay, fair thing.
I'd be weary of all of them.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff. You shed some light on this and reminded me of how dangerous this could get. Thank you. Thank you, Father.
Be safe, my child.
Okay, I need to hand it over to Liam, and I guess just Liam because my mom just called me. Be right back.
Alright. Liam! Now that you're the only person in this campaign,
Oh boy.
what do you wanna do?
Well, I'm gonna go up to the priest and ask if he has a moment.
I have a moment for everyone who needs me. Come right in. So you're both in the confession box.
Well, I'm pretty sure what my friend has told you about how we got in over our heads.
Yes. You've all gone into quite a mess from what I heard.
Yeah. And a big reason is because of me.
You? What could you have done, child?
Well, because of me and my urge to steal, I ended up stealing some. Papers that the Inkmen are ready to blow.
I see. I guess he does the normal, do the sign of a cross for, like, I don't know, stealing from the whatever. I don't know what priests. What do priests do?
What? Do you mean you're an unprepared GM? You didn't do your homework?
Well, whatever. Because like, I know for a fact that the priest will not rat on you for stealing. Because that's what priests do. It's like conduct of silence on sins, quote unquote. But he does, I guess, say that you should repent for your sins. You should pay back what you've stolen, and you should think about it, and you should never steal again, and all that other stuff that priests normally say to people who
And he'll give you a slap on the wrist next time you do it.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about priests.
We're sorry to our one viewer who may or may not be of a certain religion.
Yes. So
He
what
says,
does
like-
Liam say?
Starts like laughing a bit. It's like, To think this never would have happened had I just not had this urge.
The beast is strong within you, son.
Tell me.
By the Almighty Father!
Is so I think I'm still talking to the priestess. So tell me, is there any way to cure this? It's like an addiction.
Well, one thing I know about addictions, son, is that they are not easy to get out of. What I would recommend is that you would conglomerate with your friends and talk to them about it. Try to get them to help you. It's easier to go through your problems when you have friends and family to talk about it.
Thank you.
What I will warn you, son, is that this barrier that separates us from the other town, I would warn you to go past it and to go to that other town. We may seem quaint, but on the other side of that mesa is one of the wealthiest towns in this area. I don't want you to be tempted.
Road trip.
Thanks for the advice. And I walk out of the booth.
With dollar signs on your eyes.
Pretty much.
All right, now Biscuit, go in for confession.
But Biscuit's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that was just his background noise that kept making the circle pop up.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess if Biscuit wants to do the confessing thing, we'll go back to him later, but okay, so what would you guys want to do now that you've pretty much talked to the priest and figured out stuff?
Like what time of day is it?
Let's say it's the
Yeah.
afternoon.
There's a bar fight.
Well, I think it's best if we try and plan our next move.
Agreed.
We already got to read
Agreed.
about the editorial.
Agreed. And Snow, I better see some actual, edits or not edits, takers. Like my ad actually does stuff in the campaign, is what I'm saying.
Yep, don't worry, I'll figure that out.
Okay, just checking.
So,
I guess we're going back to the inn, right, Liam? Well, I'm gonna say, I suppose we should head back to the inn.
alright, let's go. Only person right now playing.
All right, let's
What?
go. We're going back to the inn.
Yeah, TPK said that he wants to go back to the inn. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alright. Biscuit?
Did we get our papers back from the Inkman?
Yes.
Okay, who has them?
He handed it off to...
Me?
Yeah, sure, let's say you.
All right, I guess.
I just said that he gave it back to you guys, but I didn't mention specifically who he gave it to.
I guess me because I also went and got the ad,
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Sure. All right, so we're heading back to the inn.
Let's head back to TP. Let's head to my room.
Right, the floorball.
So on
Hand me
the... Okay. Before you
Hand
do
me the-
anything, on the way to your room, you see Carolina, but she hasn't spotted you. She opens her door and you see lots and lots of paper pretty much pinned to the wall and on her floor and on the table and on her bed, and then she closes the door.
I
Those
licked
sticky
Liam.
notes.
What?
What'd you say, Liam?
Are those sticky notes?
I don't think you have the technology for sticky notes if you're a cow. But sure, let's go with sticky notes.
I'm
Well, I'm gonna go to Kara. I was like, what was all that paper?
No, she's inside of the room.
Oh, she's inside
yeah,
the
she
room.
went inside of her room. We just got a glimpse of it.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at Liam and I'm gonna be like, "Did you see all that paper too?
Yeah.
What could she be doing with all that?"
Want to find out?
I suppose we could ask.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Somebody knock on our door. Okay, we knock on the door.
Carolina shouts out, "Who is it?"
It's Liam and TPK.
Hold on a second.
Magical vacuum powers activate.
No, she creeps the door open a bit and just sticks her face out. Did you want anything?
How? What's with all the papers?
What papers?
We caught a glimpse of your room and
You
we saw
sighed and then
papers
just
piled
walked in.
everywhere.
Those papers. I'm just writing a book, and those are all my notes.
On the floor?
Yes.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Insight. All right. Go ahead.
Can I make a perception to see, like, through the line
Yes.
that she has in her door that I can see?
Yes, you can. All right.
Fuck. I forgot I had that as copy paste.
Okay. Oh, where are you, Carolina? There you are. And then what are your stats?
Nat 10.
Okay. So, well, you said nat 10?
He rolled a 10 total.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant just 10.
Okay.
It total was 10, sorry.
Okay. I guess that's what I should roll. Okay. And whoops. All right. So, Liam, you can't discern anything from what she's saying to be false or not. And TPK, she has the door closed enough that you won't be able to see inside of the room.
Alright, fair enough. So I'm gonna look at Carolina and...
What kind of book is it?
It's an adventure book about my adventures. You could talk to Mary about that.
So it's an autobiography. Autobiography is when you write it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an autobiography of sorts.
I suppose you could say that.
Quite interesting. I'd be what's it called? Yeah, sure. I'd be interested in reading it once you get around to publishing.
Oh, for sure. But if you excuse me, I need the space to write right now. What do you guys do?
Alright then.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna make my way back to the inn. I'm gonna be like, alright
the
then.
door.
You're all in the inn. That was just in the hallway, passing towards you.
Oh, okay.
Going
I'll make my way
towards your room.
I'll look over to TPK after she shuts the door. Hand me the documents, please.
Sure. And I hand him over.
And I'll make my way to my room immediately.
All right.
And I'm gonna hide those documents under that loose floorboard.
Okay. Biscuit, you back? I guess not.
No.
Okay.
So, combat. No, I'm just kidding. But I do want. Anyway,
I
so-
can't stay for too much longer though, as
That's fine. We're practically almost over, anyways.
yeah, just the combat left. I'm kind of jealous.
So I look at TBK and I go, so what's our next move?
Well, now we know the papers are forged and how. Now it's just gathering more information about the past and who wants to get who.
Tonight. Let's spy
Oh.
let's spy on the editorial place.
A stakeout. Wait a minute. Mention. Whatever. Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Is wait, hold on. Before I also say, is Hank gonna make an appearance?
Sure, let's make an appearance.
No, not you, Hank. Hank.
whenever we need to meet up with people.
Fair enough. So, I guess we get ready for the stakeout.
All right.
I buy a black nylon bodysuit.
That'll be 500 gold, please. No.
You just wanna call session here for now.
Yeah, I should
because
call
kinda-
session here. I was hoping Brox would be here so we could do a little bit more. And if Will and if Bipen were able to stay longer, we could do more. But I think this is a good place to put the end of the session.
Yeah, and then we could begin with the preparation phase.
Okay.
I wanted a combat, but alright.
There were many opportunities to do combat, but you guys all deftly avoided it.
Nice. Could I have fought the sheriff? Or the deputy?
You could have fought the deputy if you wanted to.
Can
I
I?
fought the sheriff, but I also fought the deputy. I'm sorry, that was just
Yeah.
like right there. It was easy.
So
terrible
since
person.
we're calling session, can I just go up against all of the enemies just for fun? Or at least one or something.
Define
Alright, well,
go
we'll have to
against
get
all
going,
of the enemies.
So I'll see y'all later.
Alright, see ya.
Alright,
Bye.
Bye.
well, how many did you have?
This is gonna sound crazy, but I've pretty much made every single NPC possible to fight.
Oh shit. So if I had fought the deputy, would I have also had to fight the taxman and the woman?
You probably would have been, yeah.
Nice. Can I just to like see what would happen on a 1-on-3?
1-on-3? Are you
Bam!
sure?
You're too loud. Yeah, sure.
Maybe we
Just
should.
see what happens.
Sheep!
Shut up.
Oh wait, what?
Shut up.
You're noisy. But I should end my recording right now. Okay, bye bye.